Welcome back, everyone. I know it's been a couple days, almost a week. Just been really busy with a lot of work and everything. I see I got a nice little trim, little haircut, and I had to get all pretty because guess what? We're only one day away from getting ready to head to Emerald City Comic Con. Yes. Well, okay, I should say 2 days away, but one day away from going on the road trip, which is half the fun. I'm sorry, but it so is. People ask, and why is that? And I gotta say, if you've ever been on a road trip, it can be a lot of fun, especially when you go with your friends, because it can be the worst slash best thing you ever do. The reason why I say best slash worst is because that's how you can tell your friendship is gonna last. Lock yourselves in a car for more than 2 hours at a time, deal with stupid people on the road, horrible road conditions, terrible music choice, lack of internet because your phone can't reach a tower. Ooh, and I'll tell you, at that point, if your friendship survives the road trip, that's when you know you're gonna make it as friends. I know I've been on a couple road trips where I was this close to just throwing people out of the car and say, you know what? There's no cell reception. I'll just throw you off the cliff and no one will find you and you'll die. I almost wanted to a few of my past friends, and guess what? They're not my friends anymore, so showed that friendship didn't work. However, luckily I'm going with two of my favorite people in the world. Well, I should say three of my favorite people. When I say two, I mean two of my best friends, and then, of course, my girlfriend, who I love very, very much. So I'm excited happy to have her come with us. And, of course, I'm going to meet up with my other good friend, Kyle, who's also going to be there, our dungeon master. Yay! So super, super excited. Definitely going to be fun. Yeah, so tomorrow is going to be Wednesday. Have to work. Full shift too. Ugh. And then Thursday morning, I will be getting up and we'll be doing our trip. Now, I actually will be using the camera that I have to record a lot of this. I'm sorry, I'm going to move the camera just a little bit here. I'm planning on using the little camera to record a lot of the road trip. Why not, right? Record a road trip as much as I can just for fun. Not the whole road trip, because who wants to sit and watch a whole road trip? No. But maybe when we make stops, maybe when we are about to kill each other in the car, you know, that kind of fun stuff. It'll be fun. Need to finish working more on the costume here. Did I just crack it? Probably, knowing my luck. No, one thing I need to figure out with this helmet is, well, there's two things. One, making the helmet connect a little easier. It connects with like a I can't even remember fabric. I can't even say the word. Well, either way, a fabric that sticks together. I can't think of the word for some stupid reason. And then it doesn't sit right because it's made for like a bigger head, which is funny because I've always been told I have a huge head, so I would think it would fit just right. But it actually fits on me like this. So my eyes are actually like up here towards closer to this red dot. So I'm like, shit. So I gotta find a way to put something maybe right here so it sits on my head just a little better. Hopefully, maybe. And then of course I have Black Rain Reaper, my good friend Allie. She's currently helping design me a Sword of Darkness. So I'm very excited to see that Sword of Darkness. Which, I mean, everyone, yes, the Dragon Flute's something I need, but I won't be able to do that this year. Maybe next year I'll get a Dragon Flute. But, you know, Sword of Darkness is just one of the coolest freaking weapons ever, so who doesn't want a Sword of Darkness, right? This pop wall is going to come down tomorrow night because I have to pull out my awesome red and blue Ranger, and I even got protective... Got protective little Funko boxes for them, so if I do get them signed by Steve Cardassia and Cardassia. Wow, I'm watching too much Star Trek. Steve Cardenas and David Yost. That will be amazing. Okay, and you're probably wondering. So I've been watching a lot of Star Trek. I finally got around to watching some Star Trek Discovery. I have one episode left, haven't finished it. All I can say is I bloody love it. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to say bloody because I don't know if I've said it before, but I'll tell you now. I was born in Banbury, England. And I have heritage from on my father's side down the line in England and Wales. Now, granted, I am not full-blooded English, British, whatever you want to say. I'm not, and I know that. However, I don't know if it's something I picked up growing up or what, but a lot of times when I get a little angry or tired, or even when I'm talking on the phone, a little bit of a British accent comes out, and I don't notice it. I'm guessing I probably picked it up from when I was younger. So I just, sometimes I embrace it, sometimes I don't. Thing is when I was younger, I remember being made fun of for having a weird accent. You know, I was a little kid and I came over to the States, and I had a British accent, and a lot of little kids picked on me for it. So I tried my best to stop talking with a British accent, which helped me pick up this fucked up New Yorker accent from living in Washington, D.C. Now living here in Washington, this New Yorker / whatever accent I've mixed up, created myself is just ridiculous. I hate it. However, at times I can talk like this, and I don't even notice it. Right now I do, because I can turn it on like that. But I just hate people who sit there and give me shit for having a British accent, or even saying bloody or anything like that, just because they're telling me how I am so un-British and how I am just a joke, and all I can tell them is to fuck off, because I usually don't care too much what people think of me, but that's one of those things where, hey, I was made fun of when I was little for this accent, and I don't like being told that I'm not at all. So you can go fuck yourself. That's what I'll say to that. Turn that off for a bit. Sorry, sometimes when you turn it on, it's really hard to turn off. British accents making fun of me. But Discovery. I'm really loving Discovery. It's totally different than what I thought it was. From the trailers, I thought we were going to have our first, like, lesbian captain kind of scenario. And that's totally not what we got, because I thought, you know, Georgia was going to be the captain. So, and if you've watched the show, sorry for spoilers. See, you know, for 2 episodes in, Georgia is murdered by Klingons. I'm not going to hate the Klingon design, because, it's different. I'm not sure it's my favorite, because I grew up with Next Generation, so that's kind of my Klingon design. But come on, guys. I hate to say it, but every Star Trek has designed the Klingons differently. The only one that even tried to be similar was Star Trek Enterprise, and it was because they tried to design it off Next Gen. But the original Star Trek had totally different people, different design for Klingons. There was barely any makeup at all. The Star Trek movies were completely different. Star Trek Next Generation was completely different. So come on, guys, don't bash them too hard for making the Klingons look a little different. Okay, they have the same basis. The weapons are very similar. It's not the same, but it's very similar. It's Klingons. Come on, don't be bashing them too hard. Okay, and also you're also approaching Klingons in a different time frame, because these are Klingons just before Star Trek, technically, which is, you know, totally different. Also the link of Sarek and the whole Spock and Michael thing. I don't know if I'm super happy about it, but it's an interesting little twist. You know, hey, Kian. Things I do like. I do love the tie-ins with the other Star Treks. And people wonder, what do you mean? They have not once, but twice now talked about Captain Jonathan Archer. I know a lot of people give that show, Star Trek Enterprise, a lot of shit, but I'll tell you right now, Star Trek Enterprise was like probably the very first Star Trek I was introduced. I used to watch that I think it was Wednesday nights that would come on. I would every night with my dad sit down and watch Star Trek Enterprise. I loved Captain Jonathan Archer. I loved his crew. I loved Trip. I actually got to meet I forget the actor who played Trip. I got to meet him. I love the whole cast and the whole crew. It was fantastic. And then I got into Next Gen. I love Star Trek Next Generation. I really love Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which is funny because I actually thought that was going to be super stupid. And even getting into it was kind of, up and down. But I love Captain Sisko. I've watched the original Star Trek. All right. I mean, it's good for, and then I've loved the movies. I'm currently watching Voyager as well, but it's kind of a slow one for me with Voyager. But also, like I said, I'm just finishing up Discovery. One more episode to go. I don't know if I'll watch it tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. But I like it. The suits are different, but hey, I can look past that. That's okay. Almost each series with time frames kind of make them different. And actually, to be honest with you, I can semi be okay with that suit. Why? Because okay, the original suits. If you guys remember correctly, in Star Trek Enterprise, Jonathan Archer's crew, his timeline, the very first of their, before the Federation even actually existed, there were just little jumpsuits, blue jumpsuits with like lining colors on, the lines. So their ship going from a blue, that actually for me makes sense. And then, yes, sure, it goes into the bright color uniforms that. It was corny, but hello, it was created way back then that fit for then. And then Next Gen was trying to modernize what that was, and in my opinion, I thought they did a good job. They made the cool lines and design shirts. I actually really loved it later on, like when Voyager and Deep Space Nine made those gray uniforms. Thought those were the coolest ever. They just were. With just the little like shirt collar underneath. I thought those were the best. If I ever get a cosplay of Star Trek, that would be the way to go for me. I loved Captain Lorca, even though apparently he's a bad guy, which I've discovered. Sorry, once again, ruining details. Because he's from the Mirror Universe, which, by the way, I was really happy to just right off the bat, let's go hit the Mirror Universe. So that was cool. Yeah, I actually really liked Lorca because he was a different type of captain compared to other captains. I mean, he really was, and I liked it. He's probably dead, but part of me kind of wants him not to be dead. But if he's not dead, then they need to really create a cool story why he's not dead. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, watch Star Trek. Going back. So we'll do some cool video montage, fun stuff doing the drive. I'll upload, hopefully, that video that night, that Thursday night, hopefully, of the drive. And then I'll plug in everything, charge everything, because I got to make sure everything's ready to go. Friday, you know. I know I wanted to make a bag survivalist video. I don't know if I'm going to get to that. I'm going to try to do that either tomorrow or Thursday night, but I have this strong feeling that that's not even what's going to happen just because of issues, but we'll try. I do want to do a video tomorrow night. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm just really excited, guys. We're going to go to Comic-Con. I mean, come on, Emerald City Comic-Con. We're going to explore some stuff. I'm going to get to see my awesome Aunt Ginger. I'm going to be able to go and maybe see the Funko headquarters finally in Everett. I'm super, super excited. There's just a lot going on. It's stressful. It's nerve-wracking because there's a lot of chaos going on. But I'm super excited. I really am. Should be a lot of fun. I hope I get to share as much video footage as I can. I'm going to be using the cameras. I'm going to be using the selfie stick, the tripod, everything in my disposal to make sure we have a fucking amazing time and get as much as I can recorded for everyone to have fun, okay? I'm going to do whatever I can for everyone. So let's try to have a great time. Let's try to have fun. Like I said, I'm going to take down this wall. We'll reorganize it and do some fun stuff with it just so I can get my... Because here's the thing. I don't even know if I'm going to reorganize this wall tomorrow or anything. I think I'll just take it down and figure out like a spot to store it. Why? Because I'm going to be coming back with Pops. So might as well get ready to, set it up for a correction, which will be awesome. So like I said, thank you for watching, guys. I should say to my number one fan, thank you, Brent, for watching. And whoever else out there is watching, please, like I always say, if you could help me, I really appreciate it. Share my video with your friends. Subscribe if you don't already subscribe. All it takes is creating a Google account. It takes like 5 seconds, and then you can subscribe. I'm actually trying that if I can get some. I've been told if I get some high enough subscribers, I can actually start making a little bit of a profit off of this. So please help me. That will actually help this a lot, because if I can get a little more profit, means I have more money to play with, and if I have more money to play with, means more stuff I can do for you guys. More celebrities I can meet, more fun events, more fun, just everything. So please help me help you guys, okay? Plus, whatever I can get, I'll throw back at you guys. You know, if I can get some cool sponsors, I'll throw some discounts your guys' way for different types of cool features. I'll even show you guys some amazing cool things here, even in Yakima, that we can represent. But either way, please, everyone, if you're following me in Boise, Idaho, if you're following me in Yakima, Washington, if you're following me in Cle Elum, if you're following me in England, or fucking, I don't even know, Alaska, whatever, please share with your friends, share everyone I can, do what I want, do what I, you know, help me get out there. Because I really plan on trying to make this blog huge, and I want to make it fun, I want to make it exciting, and I want to show you guys some cool stuff, because I got a lot of stuff going on in my head right now, a lot of cool stuff going on in the pipe. So, in the pipe. So, help me help you. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Have a good night, and as always, stay classy.